So Admiral Rous said he used to watch races from the 1 furlong pole. That was his favourite place to watch a race from. If you could only watch a race from one position and have to make a judgment on it, where would you choose to go?
Well, the great advantage that I've got over Admiral Rous is live TV. And if you go into the steward's room, which is what I do when I'm on the racecourse, you've got 4 different views. And that's absolutely fantastic. And it definitely beats watching live from the 1 furlong pole. So, I can see what happens in a race from the 4 different angles. And very often, you look at 3 of the angles and you'll say, well, I can't see there was any interference there, that horse was unlucky. When you look at it from the 4th angle, perhaps from the back of the race, you'll see that was quite significant interference, and you'll mark a horse down as an unlucky loser. So, great advantage that technology has given modern day handicappers compared with the Admiral.
Admiral Rous himself is a big fan of going to watch the horses working in Newmarket. If you were to go out and watch some horses in Newmarket, Lambourne, or perhaps over in Ireland, what sort of reception do you think you get from the trainers these days?
Well, I do it about 3 times a year when I go to Newmarket. I've gone to the Newmarket Friday night evening meetings, and I'm at Newmarket on the Saturday. I'll sort of wander out onto the gallops on the Saturday, and have to say the trainers have always been absolutely fantastic to me. They introduce their horses as they're going past. They'll say that's such and such. There's an element of trust. They know that I'm not going to suddenly mark a horse up for them saying this is a flying machine or this is my best 2-year-old or whatever. So they've been very friendly and really helpful, and it adds to my morning.
So why is the weight for age scale necessary?
Okay, it compensates immature horses for a physical inferiority to the older horses, both flat and jumping. And it enables us to have races like the King George on the flat, where 3-year-olds can compete on a relatively equal level with their elders at the top level. If 3-year-olds at that point in the year didn't get a weight for age allowance, they would generally have very little chance. And so it was brought in, God knows how many years, 180 years ago by the Admiral, and it served its purpose incredibly well. It's now used throughout the world. But interestingly, we've made a few little adjustments to it in the last 10 or 15 years. We've made 2 adjustments to it jumping, and this year, from the 1st of June, is our first adjustment that we've made on the flat, and that's a pan-European adjustment. It's taken 5 years to get European agreement, but we are reducing the allowance that 3-year-olds get from the 1st of June this year.